Let's put Donald J. Trump back in that White House. Wow. I just have to say, look, I was going to prepare a speech. I had a bunch of things written down. I said, you know what, I want to come here and I want to speak from my heart. I've had an opportunity to call and now in person meet with so many of you. I know what you guys do all across this country. I know the commitment you've made. I know how important this role is, and it is truly an honor to be here to work alongside all of you over the next 241 days. That's right, we're keeping track, because we know what the goal is at the end. We have one goal. The goal on November 5th is to win, and as my father-in-law says, big league. We're going to win on November 5th, right? And I want to say thank you to, first of all, Rana and Drew for passing along the baton, as Rana mentioned earlier, to me, to Michael. We are going to work our hardest over the next 8 months. I can promise you that. It's an honor as well to work with someone else from North Carolina. Did y'all do this on purpose? We got the North Carolina contingent. Everybody else, it's okay. I've known Michael for so long, and he is a fighter, he's a worker, he's a doer, and that's exactly what you're going to see out of the Republican National Committee with us at the helm. We're going to be doing and working and winning. My husband, Eric, was here. He had to go catch a flight, so he was here with me, and I want to say thank you to him. Since the day that my father-in-law came down the golden escalator, everyone remembers that famous day, this has never just been about each of us as individuals. It is about us as a family, and it's been about our country. And with Eric by my side, I have done things that I never imagined possible. Believe me, 10 years ago, had you asked me if I would have ever been part of a presidential campaign, I would have said you're crazy. And yet I worked for 3 years as a senior advisor to the Trump campaign. An incredible opportunity. I got to see this country from sea to shining sea, meet incredible people, and have life experiences that I will never forget. But Eric encourages me every day, and I know that with his support, this role is going to be incredibly successful, and our country, as a result, will be incredibly successful. And I'm doing it not for me. I'm doing it for the future generations, for my 2 kids, Luke and Carolina. They're 4 and 6 years old, and I think everybody in this room understands the battle, right? This isn't just about right versus left, Republican versus Democrat. It's about good versus evil. It's about bringing this country back, and it's about giving this country back to we, the people, right? That's the goal. And you know the vision. You know what we have to do. Michael's talked about it. We are going to make sure that every single penny of every dollar raised goes towards one goal, which is winning. How do we do that? We have to have election integrity like we've never seen before in this country, right? We've got to play the game a little bit differently. We have to encourage people to do things like early voting. We have to get people early voting, and then as soon as they go vote, they take people from that day on all the way up until Election Day to go vote. We have to raise a lot of money, and I have great news. I brought this up here today because I wanted everyone to know that already I have a check for the Republican National Committee for $100,000 that has been donated as of today, as of these nominations going through. Yeah, we're starting today, folks. And I won't take up too much time because, let's face it, we got to get to work, and we got to get to work quickly. But I just want to say again, thank you for entrusting me in this position. I promise to work hard. I promise to do everything within my power. We need to make sure that nothing is left to question on November 5th, that we aren't playing catch up, that we have the votes banked, that everyone feels like when they went in to vote that day, their vote counted. And that's what we are going to do. So I look forward over the next 241 days to working alongside each and every one of you. I also want to say thank you very quickly. I would be remiss if I didn't thank President Donald J. Trump, right? Because I'll tell you, he called me about this position. And I never, if he would have asked me 2 months ago, would you ever have considered doing this? I would have said, I don't really know. It wasn't something I ever thought about. But I also never realized that we would be in this space in our country right now. And if this is where my best use is, and this is where we're going to have to fight the most, this is where I want to be. I want to be in this fight alongside of all of you. I'm proud to do it. I'm excited to be here. I'm ready to get to work. 241 days to victory, ladies and gentlemen. Let's make America great again. Let's expand our lead in the House, take back the Senate, and let's put Donald J. Trump back in that White House.